Hi, my name is Molly Gottfried. I use she, her pronouns, and I will be a senior at Corvallis High School this year. I am a cis female, and before I begin speaking, I would like to acknowledge that privilege and appreciate all of the trans, non-binary, two-spirit people and those who choose to self-identify or identify differently that have a much more difficult time than I do moving in the world solely based on their gender identity or expression. So when I first started thinking about what I wanted to share, I started thinking about what identities I held. Out of many, I am a daughter, a sister, a granddaughter, a niece, and one day I might be a mother, a grandmother, an aunt. I feel lucky to have had such incredible women as role models throughout my life. I have grown up being encouraged to learn and to ask questions. I grew up being taught and told that I could do and be anything. And despite that, I still have internalized so much of the patriarchy and also so much of this heteronormative society that plays into the patriarchy as well. Small comments or judgments from my friends' parents and other adults, assumptions from my teachers or from older people. No matter what we are taught to believe or know, sometimes we just can't fight the oppression that is built into society. When I was little, I called myself a feminist. I don't know that I don't call myself a feminist now, but I worry about what people think the meaning of feminism is. Feminism needs to be intersectional. By being a feminist, you need to not just raise up the voices of white people, but you need to raise up the voices of Black people, Indigenous people, and people of color. Intersectional feminism means that your feminism intersects with race, faith, gender identity, weight, class, education, occupation, and ability. Everything in this world is connected. Everything impacts everything. In some ways, this is a lot, and I get that, but in other ways, it seems to be a simple thing. To me, this is all just basic human decency. It is so hard for me to understand why people are so against equality, because I think that if they really listened to what equality meant, I don't know how they could not agree with that, but obviously so many do. To be a feminist, your feminism needs to stretch across your faith. It needs to reach across the binary. It needs to encompass those that don't have traditional American beauty. True feminism spans across borders. True feminism needs to be represented in our education system. It needs to be worked into our curriculums. We need to read less about white boys coming of age and more about Black and brown girls discovering themselves. We need to reframe the idea of what a feminist is. We need to reframe the idea of what a feminist can be. We need to reframe the idea of who a feminist stands for. We have to stop raising up misogynistic lyrics, stop saying boys will be boys, stop reinforcing the patriarchy in every way, even when it's hard and not fun. Women need to be as important as their male counterparts in financial ownership. We need reasonable paid maternity and paternity leave. We need people to get over their ego and understand basic human decency. Since I am a daughter, a sister, a granddaughter, a niece, and since I am also a person of color, I know that I will be subject to discrimination many more times in my life. We need to take action and actually do the things we say we want to see, because it has been so many years, and although we have come a long way, we have even longer to go. This should not be normal. This is not normal. It should not be a fight, and this work cannot be put off. When you help women, you are helping the world. Thanks.